Black women are still fighting for humanity and making black Herstory. It's still happening. But there's so much that we don't know. This is Sandra Bland, by the way. And they're smiling because they wanted to be in jail, because that's how the civil rights movement worked. Like, you marched and you filled the jails. That was how it worked. In case you didn't know, that's why they're smiling, because they accomplished something by filling this jail. This jail is now over capacity. Y'all understand? Tight. Many black sheroes. There's black sheroes for generations. Generations of black sheroes. Great people, great writers, great activists, great scholars, great intellectuals. Black women have been organizers. This is the black women organizers of the NAACP. That's W.B. Du Bois in the middle. It's kind of a pixelated shot, but you can see the difference between the men and the women, yes? And you can see how many black women were engaged in the creation of the NAACP. You feel me? But can you name any of them? Okay, let's keep going. How about black women as soldiers? Like we hear about the Tuskegee Airmen. How come we don't hear about these sisters right here? They soldiers, they fought. Where are they? Where's they? Who are they? And they fought for the United States government. What about the black women who were soldiers for Marcus Garvey, though? We don't talk about them very often. Y'all know about the black women who were soldiers for Garvey, right? Of course we do. I mean, they taught us that in school, right? They taught us about the Universal African Motor Corps. No? Well, look at these sisters, man. They're not to be messed with. Or how about the UNIA Black Cross? Y'all heard of the Black Cross? So you got the Red Cross, and this is the Black Cross. Yeah, this is a march in Harlem of the nurses of the Marcus Garvey's group, the Universal Negro Improvement Association. Black women are powerful, man. We debutantes and warriors. What's she trying to do? What's her great crime in this picture? Y'all know what this sister's trying to do? She's just trying to go to school, man. She's trying to get an education, probably at the wrong school. She's trying to get an education at the wrong school. Why would I say that? Why would you say it's the wrong school? Because if you are going to a school where the people who also are the parents of the people who go to school with you hate you so much that they got this kind of vitriol, why are you going to that school? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why would you even go to that school? And maybe, we should reflect on that. Freedom fighters. This is the great Ella Baker, the great Fannie Lou Hamer. We'll keep going. Resistors. Rosa Parks, we know. Icons. Yeah, that's Cicely Tyson. If you don't know, I love Cicely Tyson. She's like 100 years old. And she still stars in movies and on Broadway, and she's 100, literally. Not like kind of 100. No, she's literally 100 years old. She was like in a movie yesterday. All right. Rank and file of the Panthers. Something that's not often talked about. We often hear about Huey P. and Eldridge Cleaver, and we hear about the men at the top, but oftentimes we don't really realize that the majority of the Panthers were black women. The rank and file of the Panthers, the people who were actually cooking the free breakfast, printing the newspaper. Y'all get what I'm saying? We always see the brothers with the guns who'd be like, they must have been in charge. Actually, it was black women a lot of times who were in charge, like Elaine Brown, like Kathleen Cleaver. Panthers. Don't they look beautiful? Yeah, man, black women is tight. The greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. Gotta include Serena, because come on. Serena, first of all, is Serena. Second of all, she has won everything. No athlete has won as many championships as her. So, but when they talk about the greatest, they often don't even mention her name. She's got a whole interview where she talks about, if I was a man, they would have named me the greatest a decade ago. But because I'm a woman, I'm still not on the list. Think about that. The greatest of all time. If you don't know who this is Harriet Tubman. She's the greatest of all time. Her contribution to our people, it's impossible for you to even come close. We could try our whole lives. It would be really, really hard to come close. And you have to ask yourself, if you were a slave based on slavery as you know it, and you ran away and were free, like you're free, and you go back, would you go back? Like, think about the first, would you go back? I mean, look, I love my mom and my dad. I love my parents. And just like Harriet, because she asked them, you ready to go? They were like, nah, we're not going. She was like, I'm out. I'll be back. I'll be back. She left, she came back. You ready now? No? Well, I'll take everybody else who's ready. Let's go.